Hey everybody, how's it going? I wanted to go over this and just take a look. This is the Rippaverse Isom 7-inch figure. This is so crazy to me. It really is, and that's why I wanted to go over it because it's just insane. It's and of course Rippaverse, Eric July. Um, Supposedly his first crowdfund project for a comic, he made $1 million. I don't know how true that is. We can really go round and round on that, and I'm not going to try to get into it. And I know that he's a controversial guy. Um, I see videos about him all the time. I don't ever watch them because I got very little interest, to be perfectly honest. But I know he's in it with a bunch of other people, blah, 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 and I don't really want to get into this. I really want to concentrate on this figure right here. So this is weird because it's done by McFarlane. I'm looking at it. I don't recognize any of the parts, but it's been suggested this was done by um, done with DC parts. I don't know that. Um, it's a pretty minimal figure. I mean, there's a card. There looks like a swappable head and some hands, but he's $40. That's pretty pricey. I for a figure. I don't know much about this character, to be perfectly honest. I mean, I've heard of the character, but I don't know much about him. I have no feelings for him, so it's kind of like, you know, I suppose I could find out about the character if I wanted to, and I guess that's the point. I really don't want to. I just thought it was very, very weird, right out of the gate, to throw this up here because, again, I don't know if there's an audience. To me, it doesn't look. I don't think there's an audience. So there's this one for 40. This really, really sets off alarm bells because 80 for a signature edition. Okay. Um, that's signed, signature, and hand numbered certificate of authenticity, which I guess is. I saw Action Figure Auditorium and he was like talking about the certificate of authenticity, and I think it's I believe it's a certificate for the signature because I've seen artists do that, but I don't know that. So, okay, so it does say two swappable heads, young and mature, six swappable hands. Oh, there's six hands. Okay, not a lot going on there. Collectible card art featuring character and artwork and biography. Okay, whatever. Again, it's like, but $80. $80 just, I mean, really only thing you get is a signature and a certificate. So yeah, you're gonna double the price. So if you get the 2-pack, there's a slight discount there. What else was it I wanted to? Oh, and then there's a 2-pack with a statue. The statue is 275, so you save $20 if you get that with the statue. But dude, I wouldn't want the statue, let alone the figure. $15 for a card, and then there's another statue of Yara. I don't know who that is. Again, I've only heard of Isom, and that's 515. I don't know what the Yara statue goes for because I don't see a listing for that. So it's questionable. It's really weird to me that this is going on. Anyway, I'm gonna try to get. Oops, I went the wrong way. Let me see. Okay, so there's a pre-order collection calendar. 110 days. Why? I mean, it's going like a crowdfund, except these apparently have been bought and paid for. And why on earth would you want to have the numbers here? It makes totally no sense. Because first and foremost, it's 277 of these are sold. Why are you telling us that? That's weird to me. Let me see. Where was it that? And the other weird part. Okay, no, that's not it. How do I get out of this one? Oh, there's the X. Okay. I don't know where the reveals. There was some. Milestones. Here we go. Okay, 2,000 figure sale. Primeval figure revealed. Okay. 5,000. It's greenlit. Okay. I still don't know who that is. 10,000 figures sold. Third figure goes live. Okay. Sold out. Primeval expands. Yeah, I would think. I So, the more you sell, the more we're going to show you our business plan. I mean, that's what Action Figuratorium said, and I hate to steal that from him, but it's a good point. I mean, it's like this is not exciting stretch goals. It, yeah, I don't know. Is this character that popular? I mean, I've heard his name, but like I said, I don't know anything about him. I mean, it's very confusing to me and very odd to me because I just keep thinking there's a whole, you know, could you do a line like this? I think he could, but I would think, you know, you'd want to, I don't know, ease into it a little bit. I mean, I get putting up one figure. That makes perfect sense to me. It's a slightly inflated price, which keeps me away because, I don't know the figure, I don't know the character. I don't really care enough to get introduced to the character. It's not that I am averse to new things. It's just I've not heard anything one way or another about this character. Possibly on purpose, but I think most people who are even into comic books and superheroes probably might know this by name, but that's it. So the marketing here is really confusing. I would imagine that he would have thought, yeah, I got the audience for this. I mean, he said he made $1 million on the first Kickstarter, but I mean, is he still selling that well? I don't know. But, then again, we saw that crowdfund for what was it, American Ninja X, and that didn't go so well. So, kind of makes you wonder. I mean, what are these guys doing? These let's say indie companies. I mean, what are they doing here? Because to me, this is not something. I mean, I'm trying to say this very judiciously. I look at this figure and I look at this character. I don't see anything very dynamic or anything that sticks out. I mean, let me go in here. There's not really a picture of just the figure, is there? Maybe here. Okay. I mean, this outfit is kind of plain to my mind. It's just some copper. And I see a cross there on the belt. I mean, my point is, it's not, there's nothing about this that really sticks out and says iconic. I mean, I guess you could argue that's a T on his chest. I don't know. Look at this picture, see if it kind of does look like a T. Yeah. But I mean, I guess that's what I'm saying is that the design is kind of plain and I'm not enamored by it. There's nothing about it that makes me go, ooh, he's cool. I mean, is he terrible? No. But is he cool? No. So it's like, yeah. And this has been up, I think, for a few days and only 277 sold. So, I mean, maybe he misjudged the audience because it seems like, $1 million property. And I'm going to say that $1 million property. That's what we're being told. Should have done a whole lot better than this in that short amount of time. I still don't understand total sales. That's just wild to me. Anyway, but obviously these are here. These are happening because it's quarter 4 2025 or quarter 1 2026. So they're expected to be here. These, from what I understand, are paid for. So he's paid for them. This is not a crowdfund. And I can kind of get not doing a crowdfund because, yeah, you'd want people to buy it. Crowdfunds are getting dicey. Say it that way. People are not trusting in things getting delivered. And, usually it's delivered late anyway. Let's just be factual about it. I'm not saying that to discourage anybody or disparage anybody, but I've got a crowdfund out that was supposed to be delivered earlier this year. So, and yeah, I'm sure every one of us can talk about crowdfunds that we were expecting it never got, that delivered way late or never at all. So I can see the aversion to crowdfunds. Plus, it's hard to depend on those for your income. So I get it in some levels. But the way this is marketed, I'm kind of going, huh? And as far as I'm aware, there was no build. I could be wrong about that. But there was no build. There was no early announcements of the, it wasn't like, hey, get ready, here it comes, moments. It was just, here it is. I am confused. Very confused. I mean, if there was any build-up, it was done very poorly because I didn't hear about it. I know, I'm the authority on everything, right? Yeah, right. Anyway, no, I'm not interested in this, but at the same time, it's just really, I just found it to be very odd and very strange. So, just the way it's kind of haphazardly thrown out and kind of all the, the pricing and everything. It's just all kind of makes me go, And, the showing of the actual sales and the, countdown clock that is perfectly meaningless. I mean, to me anyway. All right. That's all I got. I'll talk to you later. You guys take care.